Greetings, fans and friends. G. Lewis here with episode 2 of the new YouTube show, The Conspiracy Index. So, I had every intention of shooting this episode just like a regular primetime TV action drama from start to finish, just like NCIS, Criminal Minds, Fire Country, whatever. But the strangest things keep happening. My rabbit hole just keeps getting deeper and deeper. So let me just say this. You are not going to believe the story I'm about to tell you. So as soon as I wrapped up on episode 1, I started working on episode 2, which is quite aptly named Field Ops. And one of the biggest issues I was running into is how to integrate this Satscram software into the show. I originally wanted to have everyone in the baseline group have a copy and they could just report in using the software, but we all know what happened when I installed it the first time, so nobody really wanted to try it. Plus, when I installed it on my laptop, it rewrote the flash drive, and now this is the entire contents of the drive. And check out this arcane reference to the Maze Runner in the file structure. Like, how is that pertinent to the United States government? Or any government? Or anything? I don't know. The point is that there was no way to install it anywhere else anyway. So I decided to ask Reita about it. And when I did, she said she was aware of it. Okay. So I asked her if she knew a way that I could install it on another computer, to which she replied, no. Okay. So keep in mind that this is just me working on the show, so I didn't have any cameras running. It wasn't part of the show, but it did seem to me like she was being a little bit coy with her answers. So I ended up just asking her if she knew how it worked. And she literally went off on a 5-minute tangent about exactly how the system worked. It almost sounded like nervous chatter. But anyway, it turns out that there's a field ops version of the software and a handler version of the software. The field ops version allows the agent to use any electronic device to communicate. So, they can use any cell phone, Wi-Fi, any computer, ATMs, TVs, transistor radio in the middle of Afghanistan, and it breaks up the message into random-sized snippets, cryptocodes every piece, and then just inserts it into any available transmittable signal, and eventually each piece finds its way to the internet. Then once the handler software requests to receive the message, it gets recompiled, decrypted, and displayed on the screen all in real time. And she went on and on about the specifications, how it can't be decoded by the enemy because there's nothing to decode. So it's never a complete message while it's being sent or received, which I thought was all very interesting. But that's not the unbelievable part. So finally she gets done with her explanation, and then she pauses for quite a while, and then she says,
there are 8 field operatives associated with the previous installation of this software. Would you like me to reactivate them?
So at that point I decided to start recording. All right. me think about that. And then I stopped recording. And I did actually think about it. For the next 2 days, it brought back all the old visions of government agents storming my house, pernicious sedition, illegal use of government property, treason, whatever, Gitmo. I even planned out a scenario where if they did show up, I could leap from my lazy boy in the living room, through the dining room, through the kitchen, down the stairs, through the studio, into the office, wake up the laptop, plug in the flash drive, navigate to the uninstall program and run it all within 45 seconds. I've actually made some practice runs. Now, in reality, if that ever did happen, I would probably just cheerfully greet them at the front door if they gave me that option. But it did inspire the following action dream sequence. So, yeah, I was going for Scarface, but I got Ralphie. Probably didn't help that I was using an airsoft pistol and an actual Red Ryder BB gun as a prop in the shot. But that's how I normally come off anyway. I'm not much of a gangster. So. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, after thoroughly thinking it over, factoring in all the possible ramifications, plus the fact that I gave that schmuck $800 for the software to begin with, I figured, what the hell, right? What's the worst that could happen? And that's exactly where we are at this moment. You are all completely up to date. Let the show begin. So here we go. Real time. Rita, can you still reactivate the field operatives?
Yes, G.
Would you please reactivate them then?
Field Operations Personnel Reactivation Module initialized. Please open the handler interface and click on Field Operations Personnel in the drop-down menu.
Okay, I guess I will do that. Give me a minute. So, I've been through this software 100 times over the last 6 months. I've clicked every button, and the only thing that ever worked was this counter code button and the encode button. And they both lead to this exact same screen, enter counter code, and it very conspicuously states that a wrong code will result in self-destruct. So I don't know what that means. Is it going to blow up, start on fire, wipe all the hard drives? Somebody finally going to jump out and say, gotcha? I don't know. I don't know. But I've never typed anything in there. This drop down menu only ever had two two options: self-destruct and close. So no field operations personnel before this. So I guess without any further ado, down the rabbit hole, huh? All right. Well, reactivate. Rita, do you know what the counter code is?
Today's counter code is orange juice.
Orange juice. All right. Here goes nothing. Orange juice. Reactivate. Reactivating. Carmen. Okay, their code names: Frank Moses, Ivan, Dr. Livingston Stanley, Mozart, Gray. Hmm. Smoking Man is FBI. I don't. I know you don't believe it. I. I. I don't. I don't believe it. Reactivation protocol complete. Available field operations personnel will check in within 24 hours. I guess we'll be. I guess we'll be back in 24 hours. Leave the maze. Click. 57.12. Not bad. It's Friday night. Been a long week. I have probably had a couple of rum and cokes too at this point, so 57's not that bad. So it's been 24 hours. Well, actually, I don't know, 22 hours and 50 minutes. But let's check in with Rita and see if anything happened. Rita,
Yes, G.
did we get any responses from our field operations personnel?
Yes, G. You have 3 new messages.
Really? I don't believe it. 3 new messages. Receive. Ah. Rita, do you know what the counter code is?
Today's counter code is applesauce.
Applesauce. Is that one word or 2 words?
Applesauce is 1 word.
Damn government operation. Jesus Christ. Oh, oh, one S. No. Applesauce. All right. 3 new messages. Ah. Huh. Checking in. Carmen San Diego. Chilling out west. Ready for action. What's your mother's? Your mother's maiden name again. Hilarious. Ivan. Oh my God. What did that say? Fubar. How can I? No shit. Stanley. What the fuck? All right. No Livingston Safari time. Ay, 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 ay. That's it. 3, huh? 3 operations personnel active. Carmen San Diego, Ivan Stanley. That smoking man says he's active. Fuck. What the hell? Well, uh, I honestly don't have any idea what to say to them. I really have no idea how to reply. What what is proper spy communication software etiquette?
The previous user of this software would often use the phrase, "Please stand by. Instructions to follow."
Okay. Carmen San Diego, please stand by. To follow. Send. Ah, applesauce. A-L-E-S-A-U-C-E. Send. All right. Let's see if I can copy this. No. Array functionality. All right. Please stand by. Please stand by. Instructions to follow. Applesauce. Send. Message sent. All right. Well, they're standing by. Now we got to come up with some instructions. Gotta call somebody. So I did end up getting a hold of most of my baseline group either by phone, text, or email. A couple of them are out of the country and unavailable. But the consensus was, if we're going to use the field ops, we've been working on the conspiracy index. Our first topic is Bigfoot exists. So let's just stick with Bigfoot for now. So we ended up dividing up some of the criteria between each of the field operatives on the topic of, well, whether or not Bigfoot, Yeti, Sasquatch, whatever existed in their particular area of operations. And I did record all the messages back and forth on Satscram with the field ops over 4 hours worth. We went over what the assignments were, making sure they knew what we were looking for with each of the criteria, how to rank, each of the criteria. Report back in 1 week. No, you don't have a license to kill. Yes, it did come up. I don't know if it was a joke or not. But that whole process became so mind-numbingly monotonous with all the typing back and forth, send, wait, receive, send, wait, receive. If I aired it all, you'd all hate me, if you don't already. So let me just synopsize. we ended up assigning 2 criteria to each of the field operatives. We gave Carmen Sandiego witness credibility and evidence. Ivan, we gave longevity and recency, and seemed to make sense because some of the original Bigfoot legends may have started in Russia, Asia, wherever. And Stanley, we gave legal and scientific research, because we don't really know what Stanley can do for sure anyway, although he was the one who asked about the license to kill. And since we were dividing them all up, we gave Wyatt Earp from my baseline group 2 criteria. Can't remember which ones they were actually. We gave Rocco. Rocco is doing media credibility, I think, and I'm going to be handling the X Factor. And they're all supposed to be reporting back in a week. So we'll see what they come up with. I guess that's about it then for this week. As always, please like, share, subscribe, blog, whatever. If we're still here next week, we'll publish another episode. Who knows? Something interesting might happen. We'll see you then. Say goodnight, Rita.
Good night, G.